Hi everyone, it's me Gazbot, and today, well, today's day 29. A little bit different today. I'm coming to you at the end. That's actually the beginning of tomorrow. I think it is. Yes, it is 10 minutes to 3 a.m. Whoa, day done. I sort of had a kind of a day off today. I didn't work on the print thing. I didn't work any client work. I didn't do any housework. The main thing I did first of all was got a good night's sleep. But that resulted in me going to bed at like 3 or 4 in the morning and getting up at 12 today. But I had a solid 8. I felt great. And then I had to go to the post office because I mailed something, an eBay sale thing, and the short version is it got all messed up and I had to spend some time doing that. But I did that with my buddy on the way out to ostensibly do some toy shopping. Like, well, I say shopping, I probably mentioned this before. We'll drive around going to toy stores, and not just toy stores, but Walgreens and Target and places that sell toys, and half the time, more than half the time, don't buy anything. One of the stores we stopped at, which was an actual toy store, is Time Tunnel Toys, which is the owner of which is the one who puts on the San Jose Toy Show, which I tabled at recently and may table at again. And they have a good mix of vintage toys and stuff. Their prices are always a little bit on the high side, especially the boxed rare stuff. But you can occasionally find something loose. But it's always fun to go and look. But this is an example of a store that, once again, we looked around and had a good time, but did not actually buy anything. So it's funny, a lot of times people hear that we go toy shopping all the time, which, you know, I try to do. It's one of my favorite things to do, and rarely buy anything. So it's more like toy looking. I didn't buy anything at all until at the end of the day after I hooked up with Q. I got a little $5 Transformer. That's neither here nor there. That was sort of a chance to do that, but also to socialize. So we drive around and we talk, and so it was a good chance to just catch up with my buddy. And also stop at some comic stores that I'd put my comic in for consignment, to check on had they sold, etc. Only got a chance to stop at 2 stores. They were the 2 that I thought were most likely to have not sold any. They were both kind of reluctant to take it. They took it, but they weren't excited about it. One only wanted 1. I'm like, really, just 1? Then they took 2. And they were in consignment, which means if they don't sell them, you know, then I don't get anything and I just take them back. And it had been about a month at least for each one, and neither had sold any. So I took 5 back, which is disappointing, but it's good because I have 5 more for the signing this Saturday. But the thing is, in both cases, they were behind a bunch of other comics. Like when I asked them about it, they couldn't even find it. We had to go looking around, and it was, okay, here, I just happen to have some comics here. Pretend this is the horror. It was like that. One was like that, and I saw a sliver. The other one was like that. And so there was no chance somebody was going to see that cover and think it looked cool. Now, granted, it had been there for a few weeks, so for all I know, the first week it was there. They put it front and center, and then it slowly fallen to the back. I don't know. But clearly, there was no point in leaving them there, even if I had extra comics, because they're under a pile and no one's going to see them. The other disappointing thing is, one store, I'd given them in bags and boards with like a sticker and buttons. The buttons some people put with the comic, others just gave away or had the employees wear. That's fine. But I packaged them, and not everybody wanted a package, but for, you know, I don't know why. Some people were like, no, we don't want it, and just give us the comic. I'll follow what they want. But anyway, I'd given them to the one store that way. One comic was no longer in a bag and board. The other was, but didn't have the sticker, and it was a different bag and board than what I gave them. So I don't know what happened in the meantime, but I didn't launch an investigation. I just took them and left. But they were both in good condition. That was fine. The other store I gave 3 to, and they were in bags, but not boards, and had the sticker and the pin in them. So it was like, oh, if you buy this, you get a sticker and a pin. Great. But they took the board out, and I'm not sure why. Maybe to show the back art. But the result is all 3 of them got a little bit of crease in the spine right here. Not horrible where it's garbage, but they're new comics that should be in mint condition. And now on my signing, these are going to be the last 3 I'll sell, and I'll point out to be like, look, this has a flaw, just so you know. I'll try to let them know about it, but downplay it while playing up, this is the end of my first printing batch, and the next printing, one of the art on the back, etc., etc. But it was just a little bit disheartening. Like I said, it's good because I needed more copies to bring with me, because my reprints will definitely not be here in time. They said they might be able to send them in time, but it would be $40 extra on top of everything, and it wouldn't guarantee they'd get here, so I'm like, never mind. There is one other store that I just had 1 copy of the comic as a, like, hey, do you want to get these? And they've repeatedly not looked at it or got back to me, so I'm just going to go reclaim that, so that'll be another copy I'll have. But, yeah, that was kind of a bummer, but that was sort of the impetus for the trip, and then just again, I kind of took a day off. I'm working Saturday, and you know, weekends aren't always days off for me, so every now and then I'll take a day off during the week, and that's what today was. What was cool though is we hung out and did that stuff, and then we were ending up at a mall, and we needed to get dinner, so Q came out and met us, and his sister came out and met us, who I'm also friends with, and so we had a nice dinner together, and then we all walked around the mall together, and then they took off, and then I drove home with Q and whatever. But it was a fun day. It was a kind of a low-key, uneventful day, but it was good because a lot of my fun lately has been really intense and, you know, tiring. So, you know, do I still have a million things I need to do, both in the home, in client work, etc.? Yes, but whatever. Anyway, this is gonna be a short video. I think I've been talking about for about 5 minutes. I'm gonna show you what I did, and that'll be the end of it. Yesterday's was about 20 minutes, so I'll leave it. I did about 45 minutes, still on page 1 roughs. I got this panel done. That's all I got done. I got Boots done pretty quickly. She's sort of sneaking by. I decided to have the uncle sort of snoring and then, you know, creak and snort. I might move these around a little bit. And I'm not probably going to be the one doing the lettering, but this is just for storytelling purposes so that I know what's going on. But I decided to put her kind of peeking in when she hears this. And I put everything at a bit of an angle, so instead of going straight up and down, everything's sort of this way, just to give it a little bit more of a, I don't know, an urgency, a tension, whatever you want to call it, and, you know, some shadows, because again, it's supposed to be early morning, you know, where it's not quite bright out and no lights are on and stuff. So not a ton done, but another solid panel that I could probably go straight to inks on, which is good. And that's really it. I'm going to call it the end there. The end there, the end here. The day. What is the day? 29. Today is day 29. And if today is day, then... From beautiful downtown Los Angeles Arena here in Toys R Us, we've got 71 days left